Hey YouTube! Hope everyone who sees this is absolutely fantastic. Today I'm doing a video called How Taking Drastic Action Cured My Hopelessness. Hopefully that's a fairly self-explaining title. I'm going to go into it in some depth. What inspired this is from something I saw about 6 months ago. It was a video on Healthy Gamer GG's channel. He's a great streamer and YouTuber. He does loads of, he's basically a psychiatrist or a psychologist, I'm actually not sure which one he is. He's basically a therapist and he has people on stream and he talks through people's problems. He does it in his real life as well. He's Harvard educated. If you haven't seen his channel, go check it out. There's some specific videos that he did that a friend who works in self-improvement as a coach, and he shared this with me. There was a guy who went on his channel who basically said he was an incel. He was someone who was involuntary celibate. He was unable to meet girls. And in general, he had a very poor social life, and he wanted to talk to Dr. K and see if he could be fixed with therapy. Now, Dr. K kind of walked through in 2 different videos that this guy had cognitive bias that pushed him to feel like he was hopeless and couldn't be helped by anyone. And this was worked through in the 2 sessions that we saw. And I think it's a great video, and I think anyone who kind of believes no one will be able to help them, or they're hopeless in social, dating, finance situations, they should watch this video and learn that anyone is susceptible to this way of thinking. And maybe everyone who's watching this in their own lives, they've got areas where they're just kind of hopeless. They don't think they're going to ever be, not only can they not figure out what to do, it's more that they are limited by the idea that they'll never be any good in that area. And it doesn't matter what they do, who helps them, it's just never going to work out. And this is completely false. As I've figured out in my own life, I think at least 2 times now, and it's given me perspective on future things that maybe I'm just not hopeless, that whatever limiting beliefs I have about myself are just false because I've actually managed to accomplish things. And so I know I'm going to be able to beat things I haven't done in the future. The first and obvious one, is I've spoken about tons of times on this channel, was my general hatred of my life in London and the lack of social life and how poor my job life was. And I decided to just can my environment and go traveling. I wanted to fix my social life by throwing myself in the deep end, by going traveling alone and having to meet new people all the time, make new friends all the time. And over 2 years, I just got really good at meeting new people and making friends. I've spoken about this in several videos, so I'm not going to labor the point on this one. Instead, I want to talk about something a little bit new, another area of my life that I took fairly drastic action to change. And this is my dating life, because I was never a natural when it came to this sort of thing. I just didn't know what to do in pretty much every area. I didn't know how to find girls. I didn't really know what to say to girls. I didn't know what to do escalation wise in terms of when you and a girl are interested in each other, what you're supposed to do from that point to escalate the situation. None of that was it. Never any good at that. I got some experience, I think, as every guy kind of does naturally. You're not going to go through your 20s just without any success. You tend to get lucky. But I didn't have the sort of dating life that I wanted. I didn't have options. I didn't have the ability to just go out there and find a girl really quickly. That's the sort of thing I wanted to do. So I made the choice. I was traveling and I got fairly discontent with how things were going girls wise. I was meeting loads of people, making tons of friends, but I wasn't really getting anywhere. So there was a guy I knew online who had kind of gone through his own journey on forums and self-improvement forums. And because I knew who he was, when he said he was going to start offering coaching to guys, kind of life coaching and dating coaching, I saw an opportunity to go and actually get it from someone I know was legit, because I'd seen everything. I'd seen him go through his journey. So I flew the 2 hours away to the city he was in, paid him some money, and he taught me how to cold approach, which is when you go up to girls in the daytime or at nighttime, introduce yourself and basically say you think they're cute and ask for their number and then go on a date. That's how that works. And the other thing was online dating. He taught me how to actually get good pictures and approach online dating properly, as opposed to just flailing around not knowing what you're doing, which I think most guys with online dating are. They're either being very crass and weird, trolling girls online, or they're being overly hesitant and not going for numbers or trying to get out, actually date girls. They're just kind of on there for attention in the way girls sometimes are as well. So I learned some really important things, and I wouldn't have gone and learnt this if I didn't admit I have a problem and actually go and do something to solve it, which was in my mind going to see someone who actually knows what they're doing and learn from them. And yeah, that was the drastic action I took then. It was, to me, quite drastic. I basically upended my life and to go and live somewhere for 3 weeks and see this guy in person so he could actually like show me how he like approaches girls, how he like sets up his Tinder. We did photo shoots, and he like post edited all my photos. Yeah, I owe that guy quite a lot, even though I did pay him. His name is Andy. He runs a site called killyourinaloser.com, and there's forums there where I'm a moderator as well. I recommend anyone who's interested in like male self-improvement, getting their life together, goes and looks at that. But beyond that, what these kind of two big experiences of taking drastic action to solve my problems has taught me is that in the future, when I want to accomplish like lofty goals, like I still have quite lofty fitness and gym goals that I haven't really accomplished. I've always been kind of lazy and not serious enough in the gym. And I also have obviously financial goals, which I'm going to try and go towards in my 30s, although I'm still kind of focusing on other ones right now. I'm not hopeless about any of those goals, because I know if you take the drastic action, you put the steps in you need to, you're going to succeed eventually, as long as you don't quit. That's basically how I feel about it now. So I hope anyone who is feeling hopeless about anything, see what actions you can take, do a little bit of research, but most of all, just get started and take that action. And you will feel a lot better just from that process alone. Okay, that's all I've got to say on this one. Until tomorrow, guys.